Jamil, what needs to happen for this pass rush to get going?
You got to keep attacking, keep doing the little things that we do every day. Really, and just start finishing. I mean, we've had, especially these past couple games, myself especially had some opportunities that, I make 10 times out of 10. Just got to make sure we pay attention to the little things in practice. Therefore, I can't really say, pay attention to it in a fearful way, but, you want to, kind of stress it, a lot personally, individually. So, therefore, when the game comes, it kind of comes a little bit more natural. So.
Jamil, for you personally, led this program in sacks last year. You've had a lot of success against the run, but just haven't, been able to get to the quarterback. Why do you think that is, and what's kind of your mentality, motivation to correct that second half of the year?
Yeah, this thing we call life is a daily fight, and you gotta look at it as just you gotta stay persistent. A lot of things I've been through in my life, for me to be concerned or worried about not having the amount of sacks I would want to have right now would be foolish. Not saying that you're there. I'm just saying personally myself. So I'm not at all worried in that category. However, I just mentioned with him, I am personally and individually doing things different on my end to make sure okay, this is what has to get done daily, whether it be in practice, outside of practice, in class, outside of class, to make sure that I'm in the right position to finish. And if you look at the past 2 weeks especially, I've been in a lot of those positions, winning one-on-one, especially, the play at the end of the game this past week, which has, haunted me a lot. But, I just got to finish those. Like I said, I make those 10 times out of 10, and I just got to continue to make them.
What is the play that
the one where I came, it was a couple really one I know where I came around the edge, but the one at the end, I think it was right after Kamari's deflection. I came right up the middle. I leaned the wrong way, and so that would have been game right there. So just gotta take those and make them next time. I'm sure I'll be in a lot more positions like that, especially with 6, 7, 8, however many games we have left. So.
Who can help fill the void with Anthony not being available anymore?
Anthony is a special player. How we will, manage or rotate, however you want to call it, without him, that's a question for Coach Riley, obviously, and the coaches and their game planning. What we can do individually and as a whole is just continue to work hard, work as hard as we can, and just continue to just get better each and every day. And make sure there's no fallout when there comes game time for Anthony's spot.
You've seen some of these young guys progress. What's your level of confidence that when you are down, guys like Eric, guys like Anthony, that these young guys are ready to step in and help more than they would have otherwise?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy you mentioned the word young with EG and Ant, but because they play so much, I've forgotten they were younger. But this is a program where coaches, like Coach Riley. Especially, I'm sure the offensive coaches too, but definitely Coach Lynn and Henny and Nua and Belk and Ants, all those guys, they are about throwing people into the fire in a positive way. They want you to learn. They want you to get better. So I think you will have your opportunity as a young guy at a program like this, and that's why it's great coming here. You just got to make sure that you seize them. You got to seize the opportunity. And I think those two guys, Ant and EG, are the perfect examples of that, especially if you go all the way back to last year. With that being said, I'm actually excited for a guy like Cam Found, obviously Jade continuing to progress, and just the rest of the D-line, and the rest of the defense and the team as well.
What's impressed you about Desmond Stevens?
Hey, what's so crazy about that? So that play he made in the game, he makes that play in so many, kind of in the same way, but just in different forms in practice. I kid you not, every on our third down days or whatever the case may be, he makes that same play, that same exact over the middle pick. He finishes it in practice. So I was kind of shocked he didn't score in the game, to be honest. But he's another guy that has been able to take the opportunity as a young guy and not let the moment be too big for him. Just really, fall back on his training.
Jamil, Devan Thompkins, came to USC. I think it was just a year of organized football under his belt. What have you just seen in terms of his progression, his development that's really stood out to him getting the starting spot?
No, that's actually why I totally forgot that. That's my guy. I forgot that his background was that slim when it came to football. But yeah, he's another one. Age maybe not, but even then, just his progression under the program, he could be considered young. He's another one that has, taken his opportunity to another level this year. And I said that before the season. I mentioned Dev, And, as being two guys who are just going to be able to step up in that area. And I think he stepped up a lot. I think we all have a long way to go. He understands that, which is a good thing, and he's continuing to get better each and every day, which makes him even better.
You mentioned Cam. You mentioned Cam finally too. Obviously, he has all the physical tools. Where have you kind of noticed him progress, maybe on the football side of things the most?
Cam, man, he's hilarious for one. Two, he's gotten better just at trying to slow the game down for himself. Obviously, it hasn't all the way slowed down for him, I guess you could say, because he's just now really getting into the swing of things with, things that have happened, health-wise. But, with coaches like Coach Nua, Coach Henney, defensive staff, Coach Lynn, you have no choice really but for the game to slow down for you. Henney is somebody who he's real big on having people learn. And he's real big on figuring out what people's learning styles are. And Cam is just somebody who, had to just continue to get the reps, and he is, and he's getting better. So I'm excited to see him make some Cam found plays this weekend.